it really backs up to a hillside.
Oh my God, bro.
Hillside there. So really, there's only that front entryway.
I lost everybody. I'm sorry, guys. The modem just shut off on me.
It looks like that they pulled out of the driveway and likely used that tank to do that. So as we were arriving here right now, getting back from fuel, we watched them.
Let me know if you get a notification.
A lot of this debris out of that house and then onto the street.
You got one? Okay. Damn, this is the last one I have now. I can't even think about this damn chase that's supposed to be happening. No wonder this thing was imposed. No wonder nothing was working on the computer. All right. So you guys are coming back. You got notifications. I guess we have to start over.
Probably down the hill from here, but I can tell you, Sam and Courtney, that the house here to the right, this white vehicle, there was a dog in the back of that vehicle. It looks like the officers from Redlands evacuated that house and probably quite a few houses on this street, and those residents weren't able to get the dog out at the time. The SWAT team had to go in.
I wonder why they're tearing everything up. I know they're searching for the couple, but like whether or not is the suspect barricaded where they're not able to get entry into the house? What's going on with that?
A block and a half down the street. So
let me
definitely this area has been evacuated from the
send an email blast
around this exact property.
Everybody that was lost.
At this point, that tank's still inside working to clear that out.
Phoenix, thank for the 7 months. The guy who owns the park is named Mike Sparks. Allegedly, his girlfriend confessed that they unalived the couple. Really? Ooh. Ooh. I hope everybody comes back. I was so pissed, man. I was like, what? I was like in the zone. All right. Focus. Let me do this real quick.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm going to send out a little email blast to the people that by the way, yeah, if you're interested in the emailing list, if you get notifications, you're on Discord, you don't have to worry about it. But if you want to be a part of the email list, because some people prefer that, I think it's, let me see if I can put the thing in there. Yo, they tore that house up. How crazy is that, right? To see that? If you're interested in the mailing list, there it is in the chat.
Well,
I think it's in my description
exactly which house the Menard's house was. We believe it possibly is this one directly next door here. I'm not exactly sure if that's the one or not. It sounded like Shelby was saying it was the one next door. So I think it was that one on the left, not the one on the right. But, okay.
I gotta find out from AT&T why that happens sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's the Menard's house?
So there's confirmation of the house. So it's the house directly
it's right next door.
It would be to the south side of the house. But yeah, it's very close by. And you know, the front here that they broke out, it looks like it's a makeshift like a RV that was converted into a living quarter that looks like part of the house. They built on that roof portion that where the AC unit is up there, but it almost looks like it's part of the house, but I don't think it actually is. So they've decided to go right through the front. That front door might have been fortified somehow, and then that's why they needed the tank to get in there to open up that whole front end of it to gain access.
Send now. Okay, I sent that an email blast.
I would think at this point, no, because they are actually being pretty aggressive with pulling things out of that house. And like I said,
I'll let you know.
The vehicle doesn't look like it's very far deep in there.
There's the drone. You can see the shadow.
Might be pretty deep into the structure. You can see there. It seems like they're struggling a little bit to move things around, so that vehicle might be stuck where it's at, and they may need to tow it out.
Oh, is the vehicle stuck? Yeah. Oh, come on, you can get out, man. Oh, he might be stuck. And what if there's a body in there? What if they run over somebody? Or what if the suspects? I guess they don't care. I guess the person's barricaded. They're shaking it up. One way or another, you're coming out. No more hiding. So the couple's purse was inside their own home. Both of their cell phones were inside the home. The couple and the dog is missing the Shih Tzu.
Wow.
Their vehicle was found without them. They both have health conditions. And they allegedly were a part of some type of lawsuit against the Nudist ranch. And ever since they apparently got into the lawsuit, they started getting harassed. And they've been missing, and supposedly, according to this one article that I read, this is one of the suspects' homes right next door. So they're tearing this shit up. Wow. I was showing that earlier. Right. Oh, this is the ranch. I'll read about the ranch more on the side. I fill you guys in. Just start closing some windows. I got too many windows. Close some of the windows, and then we'll start reading about the ranch.
They were pretty aggressive there, going back and forth. In fact, it was moving that front portion, which is pretty loose at this point. It looks like it's getting ready to collapse down. Ooh. But that vehicle might be stuck for now in there. But certainly, being as aggressive as they are, it's unlikely that there's anybody inside the home at this point. And they just want to get better access to the furthest back portion of the house possible. And it looks like maybe they use this device because the front door was maybe fortified somehow.
Yeah, it's a nudist community, a nude community. So yeah, I guess typically they're. The thing I was wondering about is they said that there's a church that the people went to. I was wondering if they go to church naked, if everybody in the church is just kind of nude. He's trying to get out, but like he said, that whole top right part, including the AC, looks like it's gonna collapse. Maybe. Oh, look at all that smoke coming out.
I've seen battering rams used before. I've seen devices like this tank going into homes before, but to this extent, no, never this much, never this far. It's usually just to gain access to the portion of a structure, and then the SWAT team can move in and check the scene. But at this point, this is pretty aggressive to go all the way in like that, especially with the arm. You can kind of see the arm here. Let me zoom in. You can kind of see it there in the front of the unit, knocking things down there. That's the
it's coming down. It's coming down, baby.
Portion of that tank. So it's pretty long. It's getting in there pretty deep, and you can see how by the roof line here, it's not a very deep house front to back. You know, the backside. Yeah, the backside has this big hillside, and it's pretty steep. So there's not a whole lot of room back there for even the SWAT team members to get in there and look. They did put the drone in the backyard and flew it around there for a while, but there really is very limited space back there.
Let's do a new thumb. This is wild. There's not too many times I get to. There's been a few times on the channel, but there's not too many times I get to see a house or a structure torn down. There was a few times, and they were really epic for suspects. Look at this thing. The whole thing about the fall. Oh shit.
Yeah, I would be very surprised to learn if there was a suspect in there, a person
Imagine that somebody
was barricaded at this point, because from the extent of the items they pulled out of there and how deep this vehicle is in there, I wouldn't imagine there's much room at all left in there. There might be this back corner space here.
Oh yeah, that could
might be livable, but at this point, it looks like they've gone through the majority of the house.
There's a drone right there backing up. Ah, shitty operator. Yeah, if something happened to me, I hope they would tear the whole shit down. Tear the whole structure, burn all the shit down. AUC, everything. Fuck all the memorables up. We're going to do an updated thumbnail, classic thumbnail. Let's see if I can get it. And then I want to promote this on Insta and whatever else. See if we can draw more people in, man. Oh, maybe they're doing a news hit. Possible foul play suspected.
Yeah, let me widen out and show you the give you the perspective for where we're at, what we're looking at. We're using our doublers here on the lenses to show you, but the tight shots. But here's a look at the entire complex. This is Olive Dell Ranch, the resort here. And as I come out even wider, you'll see the main road there. That's Reach Canyon Road. And I understand from what Shelby was saying earlier that the CHP has shut down the road there and the access. And this is Kiesel Road that goes into the community. Now the streets in here where all the homes are, they're not named. There's no names on the streets. There's no indication of the street names.
I got better.
So we can't tell you exactly what street or how this is named. But this is the area where they're at right now. So Shelby's pretty far down the way there where the CHP has the road shut down. And in the meantime, here's the house that they're going through.
Gil, this is definitely a bizarre one. Thank you so much. You're going to be talking to Micah and Cher momentarily. That does it for us on the KTLA 5 News at 4 o'clock.
All right, ladies, thank you. I'm Micah Ullman along with Cher Calvin watching a bizarre situation unfold here. This is a follow-up investigation as we've been reporting a couple, Dan and Stephanie Menard, missing for the better part of a week at least. Neighbors reporting they did not show up for church, which they do, dare I say, religiously on a weekly basis. They did not show up, and law enforcement investigating now, they believe, foul play.
Right, they believe foul play here, and we've been watching for about 10 minutes here. Authorities with a battering ram going in here with a bulldozer into this house, the house of the Menards. Again, they went missing on Sunday. They did not show up to these normal activities, as Micah mentioned, going to church with neighbors, and then the neighbors discovered their car that was parked up the road with the key still in the ignition. And they found it very strange that the car would have been there. The Menards both have some disabilities. One has diabetes, the other one has trouble walking and was without her walker, or her cane rather. And so the neighbors went back to this house that we're looking at right now that has been destroyed as part of this investigation. They went back to this house and they found Stephanie Menard's bag in the home, and the wallet and cell phone still in her bag, as well as all of the appliances on in the house, air conditioning, electricity, TV, you name it. And so this has been a very bizarre situation, and neighbors have been called authorities after they called several hospitals to see if the Menards were at a hospital, and they did not find them there, and then called authorities, now leading to this a few days later.
Yeah, to be sure, suspicious circumstances. Now we have the CHP along with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department investigating. Shelby Nelson is on the ground for us near the scene, not able to get too close, but certainly been following this for the last several days. Shelby, what do you know?
Yeah, sure, Micah. As you both said, one of the biggest developments that we've received so far is that police do suspect that foul play is involved. We're not really able to get much out of them right now. We asked them if they've been able to locate the couple, if they know their condition, but they couldn't answer that question. What I could tell you about, and what we've been talking about for these past few hours, is how heavy this law enforcement presence is out here right now. I'm going to step out so you can see what it looks like right behind us. Sure, Micah, as you said, I haven't been able to get as far. A few days ago, we were further up this road. This is Kiesel Road. As you can see, CHP has it blocked off, but this is the road that leads up to Olive Dell Ranch Nudist Resort. And again, that is where Stephanie and Dan Menard live. They're both in their 70s, and as we have been reporting, they're a very vulnerable couple because of their ailments. Dan suffers from dementia. He also has diabetes. Stephanie, on the other hand, has difficulty walking, and she can't leave the home or can't really go anywhere without her cane. And they also say she has multiple sclerosis. But regarding that cane, what neighbors had told us is that when they went into the home, they had found the cane in a bucket, which was weird because, again, she never really left the home without it or could walk anywhere without it. But rewinding back to when we were out here just a few days ago, what we're talking about in terms of, we always talk about missing persons cases, but what makes this bizarre is the fact that they are a very, they follow routine, is what their friends tell us, that they're very habitual. Every Sunday they go to church with their friends, and when they didn't show up, when Stephanie didn't call her friend John to go to church that morning, they kind of thought things were off. John went and knocked on their door. They didn't hear Cuddles, their dog, barking, which the dog always barks. He thought that was weird, but he thought maybe that they drove to the church by themselves. So eventually, him and Irene started driving to church. On their way though, half a mile down the road, they found this vehicle parked to the side of the road, and it happened to be Stephanie and Dan's vehicle off to the side of the road with the keys still in the ignition. Now, when they got to the church, Stephanie and Dan were not there. They thought that maybe they hitched a ride over there, but Stephanie and Dan weren't there. So then they came back. John and Dan are really good friends. They've been friends for years. And John was able to access their home. He opened the house. Irene and John went inside, and they found Stephanie's purse with the wallet inside. They found other items. The AC was on. The dog wasn't there. Again, the cane was still in the bucket. So really bizarre circumstances.
That's
and
weird,
just to give you kind of a frame of reference, it looks like someone from Redlands PD just arrived to give us a statement. So we're going to be setting that up right now. But let's, as I've been saying, it's a very bizarre situation. And Redlands PD earlier today told us that they had received a call. They had received information from witnesses about this, possible person who may be involved in this disappearance. And that's why they started to target that home. From my understanding, it's a home that's right below the Menards, and that's the home that we've been seeing SWAT teams kind of disassemble and ram through. But let's move over because we have our cameraman over here. We're going to start heading over so we can listen in from Redlands PD. You know what? I'm going to send it over to you guys so we can get that set up, and then we'll have an update from Redlands PD in a short second. I'll send it back to you.
So I want to see the. I wonder where they're going to show that.
As you get that statement from authorities. Thank you.
All right, and as we get more information, we will come back to the scene live. We want to move on to other news here at 5 o'clock. The man accused of killing General Hospital actor Johnny Wachter appeared in a downtown courtroom today. 3 of the suspects pleaded not guilty. The alleged gunman, 18-year-old Robert Barcelo, was among those who pleaded.
Just give it a second. We'll get the feedback. There we go. Okay. If you guys could help me out with the like button, please, I'd appreciate that. It helps out with the algorithm. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, and especially this channel and the Chase channel. We had a crazy chase today. We had a crazy police chase. And for the new people that have just joined that are wondering about this story, it's this elderly couple that lived in this nude community and nudist community. And thanks, Moy, for the stream. Appreciate it. In this nude community, and I think they went missing on, it says they were on Sunday, they were reported missing by a friend. And this nudist ranch in the Redlands of California, apparently they're saying that this couple had a lawsuit against the ranch. And once they have started this lawsuit, that they started getting harassed by the community of naked people. And so the couple's missing, they're in their 70s. So Stephanie is 73, Daniel's 79, and their dog, a small Shih Tzu named Cuddles, is missing as well. What happened to the dog? I don't know why they're tearing this house up. So this house that's being torn up, so apparently the elderly couple lives here, I think, in this house here, and the house that's being torn up is right next to them. One article said, oh, look, they're getting guns, everything. They said that the house that's being torn up is the suspect's house. I don't know why they just didn't walk in there or whatever. I'm not sure why they're tearing the whole house down, but I'm here for it because I've covered these before where they tear the whole shit down, and it's a lot of the times it was pretty epic. So I'm here for that. I don't know what they're gonna find. Is the missing couple in there? Are there bodies in there? I don't know. What's going on with that? I don't know. The other thing too is that Daniel, like I said earlier, was diagnosed with diabetes and suffers from dementia. And I thought she had something. Oh, they said she walks with a cane, and her cane was inside the house, I think, in a bucket. And The name of the community or the nude ranch is called the Olive Dell Community. And I had the website up because I was actually reading about it. And one of the things that they say here is you can stay there. It says daily rate $120 with hookups and $800 weekly rate with hookups. It's a family nudist resort. I guess you can bring your kids, I guess. They have a pool, jacuzzi, restaurant, a clubhouse where they do activities. I mean, looking at their website, let's see, we're in August. Let's see what they have scheduled for August. They have a whole like itinerary schedule. They got this. Let me just make sure nobody's naked. Okay. They got this thing. There's the clubhouse, jacuzzi, 100 acres. It's like paradise, I guess, until they kill you and conspire against you, make your life a living hell. So in August, I know it's almost September now, a naked stand, BC, right? In August, so this is what they had in August. August 3rd, 2024. There's no audio, by the way. I'll let it play, but there's no real audio. It's just
for her life. She tried to get help.
Well, shit, maybe they are playing audio.
She did nothing wrong.
We just listen to that.
Prosecutors also say that a knife with the defendant's DNA on it was...
Oh, that's a different story. Okay. So in August, they had a crock pot cook-off on the 3rd. On the 3rd, they also had bingo at 7 p.m. The cook-off was at 1 p.m. On the 4th, they had activities meeting. On the 10th, Texas Hold'em, which I think is a card game. On the 17th, they had SCNA games. On the 17th, again, campfire skits. Oh, press conference coming up.
Part of a week. As we've been reporting, Dan and Stephanie Menard in their 70s. He has dementia and diabetes. She has trouble walking. Again, they were supposed to go to church last Sunday with friends, and they never showed up. Their friends later discovered their car up the road with the key in the ignition. Here comes the update now from law enforcement. They've given us very little to this point other than what we've seen, which is a battering ram going into a home adjacent to the Menard's home, and they virtually destroyed everything inside that home, as we've shown you from Sky 5. Let's listen live.
It's identified as Colton on their website. I don't know why. The property itself is in Redlands. All this area around
is Redlands.
I can. Carl Baker, Public Information Officer for the City of Redlands. Are we ready?
Let's do it, baby. I'm so curious what information they have.
30 seconds. All right, I'll kill 30 seconds.
So again, part of the investigation, as we've been reporting, the Sheriff's Department there in Riverside County using heavy equipment to move in and essentially blow down the front door of the home next door to the missing couple.
Yeah, and reported earlier today that foul play is suspected to be involved. They have not located the couple, from what we understand at this point, but a lot of questions as to why that battering ram went into that home just about half an hour ago. And so let's listen in and see if we can get some answers.
With assistance from the Riverside County Sheriff's Office and their apparatus called a TAC-CAT made a breach of the subject's residence, which is next door to the Menard's residence. We are using remote equipment to conduct a search currently. We have not yet located anyone inside. We don't know where the subject is. He may still be inside, or he may move somewhere else on the grounds. That's all I've got for you right now.
That's it, bro.
We have the area locked down. We're certain that he has not been able to escape from the area.
So he's in the area. He's watching.
We were informed that he is inside the park.
Oh, thank you.
Not necessarily inside his residence. We were conducting an investigation this morning, just following up on the missing persons case, when we received information from a source that a subject who was involved in the couple's disappearance was in the park. So we immediately locked down the area and began an investigation to try to locate him and contact him. Currently, we have made entrance into his residence and are searching that using remote equipment.
Can you identify him? Do we know his age?
I don't have his name or age for you right now.
What about his relationship to the Menards?
He's their neighbor.
He's your direct neighbor?
Right next door to the Menards, yes.
Okay, and kind of walk us through just what happened this morning.
I wonder what the address is over there.
And whether it's
I-
calling in from the resort or...
Yeah, I don't have exact times. Redlands Police were on scene this morning doing follow-up, conducting a follow-up search of the area, knocking on doors to contact residents. And we received a phone call from somebody with information who said that they knew who the subject was who was involved in the disappearance of Dan and Stephanie Menard. At that point, we locked down the area and we began an investigation door to door to try to contact him, find him and contact him. We are currently at his residence. We've breached the residence and are conducting a remote search. I believe that he lives alone.
Oh, lives alone too.
Well, the information as far as the possibly foul play is that we received information from somebody who said that he was involved in the disappearance of the Menards. I can't speak to that. It's part of our investigation. As far as whether he's armed, we don't know. We don't know their location or their condition. We have had no contact with them. We've not located them. As you say, they've been missing. The last time they were seen was Saturday.
Were there any kind of cadaver dogs or any kind of things like that to possibly do a search for bodies?
We've had canine search. We've had canines search the premises, including cadaver dogs.
Just the restroom there, back.
I can't comment on their interaction. I don't have any information about any kind of gunfire or flight. You mean recently? Like in the last... What they probably heard was the battering ram breaching the residence. Other than the initial search on Sunday, I'm not aware of a search of their home. I only heard part of your question. What surveillance video are you referring to? I can't confirm that. No. The latest details that we have are that they were last seen alive on Saturday. They were reported missing on Sunday. Their car was found just down the street from their residence. We've had no information about their location since then, except that we have learned that a subject who was possibly involved in their disappearance is here on the site. The fact that they've been missing for several days, that we have information that there's a subject that was involved in their disappearance, is reason enough to investigate the possibility of foul play. We don't know. I'm sorry, why did we breach the home? We obtained a search warrant to try to locate and contact the suspect. That's his home. So he was not responding to our efforts to have him come out. So, we don't know. There's a possibility he's inside. There's a possibility he's somewhere else on the property. They do. I don't know where their family lives. I know that the detectives have talked to family members since they were reported missing. The Olivedale Ranch is actually located in the city of Redlands. It's in an area that you have to go through Riverside County and the city of Colton to get to it. I'm not sure why it's identified as the city of Colton, but it's in the city of Redlands and it's Redlands police jurisdiction. I don't know if you're in the city of Redlands right now. I think this is Riverside County, but up the street is Redlands. Yeah. No, we haven't located the couple or their dog, and we have no information about where they may be or what their condition is. I don't have that information right now. Okay? 7 o'clock?
You've just been listening to the public information officer for Redlands authorities there, Carl Baker, saying that they have not found the couple, they have not located the couple, and that the reason why foul play is suspected to be involved is because a tip came in this morning to police that the neighbor could be possibly linked to their disappearance. And this is the neighbor's house where we see the battering ram actually go through and destroy the front part of the house. They believe that the suspect, or as he was calling him, the subject, was in this house, but they have since put a perimeter around the area there of Del Ranch Nudist Resort and put it on lockdown because they believe that that suspect is still in that area.
In the area, maybe in the home, maybe not. So as the investigation continues, we stand by. We're going to take a short break and be back with more KTLA 5 News after this.
Bro, this is insane. So
I heard just this loud.
Just give them a second. They'll come back with the live feed. There it is. They believe that guy's in the area. And people were talking about, they were worried about him escaping out through the back. And earlier they pointed out that there's like a back section to the top right area. Like behind this structure, there's like another little, like right there. Who knows if he's hiding all the way in the back? Who knows if he escaped and went to this house, the victim's house? But they're supposedly, they blocked off the whole area and they're watching everything. The only thing, like, so somebody said, bye, stupid, who destroyed that the evidence in the house. That's the only thing I was kind of wondering, like, if, let's say the bodies are there in that house, let's say the psycho killed them. I don't know if they're dead, but it doesn't look good, right? Like this elderly couple that can't go too far. One lady uses a cane and the cane's inside the house. The other guy has diabetes and all that stuff and dementia. It doesn't look good. So where did this guy, if he hurt them, I mean, you could always say maybe they're being held alive. That's a possibility too, hostage. But if he killed them, those bodies could be hidden in that house somewhere. This wasn't that long ago that they went. There was a report of missing son. Well, actually, it's been days. This guy could have done anything, honestly. Katrina, 43 months. OG. Please hit the like and subscribe. Holy crap! I think you might be, I'm gonna check. You might be the longest member. You need to have like badges on you and stuff, like actual like military badges on you. Was this doorbell working?
Got you covered only on LA Unscripted.
This guy's a trip. They're playing commercials in the background. My Oh, so people believe Michael Sparks? Oh. Is that what people are saying? Michael Sparks is the suspect. Allegedly. I wonder if we could find like a picture on him, see what he looks like, see what, you know. I was looking at Google Maps in the community. I was trying to find where exactly the house is. Because maybe if I had this guy's, well, they said that his name already, but I wanted to confirm his information. I wanted to see if I could look and see if he has like a criminal history or anything. They say this guy lives there by himself, and this truck is stuck there. Is that somebody moving inside? Or what is that?
Futures are nourished.
Wow. So they might have to bring somebody to pull this thing out, like I guess a tow truck. I don't know what kind of, how much, I don't know if a tow truck could do it. You might need something else to pull that thing out. Looks pretty heavy. This whole top part here was about to collapse on top of it. Guy was trying to get out of there. And I guess I wonder like what the lawsuit was about. Like what were they suing for? Let me play this thing here on the right hand side because I've been wanting to watch this video. Ooh, JLR played a video of other neighbors fighting with each other about the Menards. Really? We need to find that. I want to play. I've been wanting to watch this video. So let me just put it on the right hand side, bottom screen, while we watch the feed. I'll make it that big. Give it a second. I know, right? Is there anything left of this place?
The search is on tonight for an elderly couple who disappeared without a trace over the weekend in Redlands.
It's the nature of their disappearance that has neighbors fearing for the lives of Stephanie Menard and her husband, Daniel. KTLA's Shelby Nelson joins us live from Redlands with the deepening mystery. Shelby.
Sorry, guys. If I touch anything, it stops playing.
Micah, these are critical moments for this couple who is still missing. We spoke to some of their closest neighbors and friends who gave us this flyer that their church is now handing out. It's a church in Moreno Valley. Friends say that Dan suffers from dementia and that at times he does forget things. He asks questions repeatedly, but they say that he's never wandered off very far, and they don't believe that's what happened in this case. As for his wife, Stephanie, many say that she always stays by her husband's side.
They very much follow routine, and this isn't their routine.
That's partly why the disappearance of Stephanie and Dan Menard is so strange. According to Redlands police, the couple was last seen on Saturday at about 10 a.m. at their Redlands home on Kiesel Road. Their golf cart still in the driveway, patio furniture where they left it. Longtime friends and neighbors John Hillis and Irene Encraft have a Sunday routine with the Menards.
Sunday morning, Stephanie calls John, and he comes and picks them up. Then he comes down and gets me. And then we go off to church.
They drive to New Life Baptist Church in Moreno Valley, but this past Sunday was different. John says Stephanie never called, so he came by and honked, but no answer.
I went and knocked on the door, and the first thing I realized was Cuddles, their dog, wasn't barking.
The two left to church thinking that Dan and Stephanie hitched a ride with someone else. As they headed to church, something else that was strange. They saw the couple's vehicle was off to the side of the road. Police say the keys were still in the ignition. When Irene and John didn't see Dan and Stephanie at church, that's when they started to worry. And the two came back later that day to check on them.
The computer was on, the air conditioner was, everything was on.
The first thing when I saw her purse there, I said, her purse is here. And so I opened it, and there was her wallet.
Along with their phones, they called hospitals, but nothing.
Then Irene called the police.
Neighbors tell us the Menards have lived at the Olive Dale Ranch for about 15 years. It's described as a family-friendly nudist resort, a tight-knit community. Dan suffers from dementia and diabetes. Friends say Stephanie has multiple sclerosis and that she doesn't go anywhere without her cane, which is at their home. Redlands police are now asking for the public's help in searching for the vulnerable couple and their dog.
If anybody has any information, has seen them, or any kind of information about where they may have been going or seen them with anybody, we would want any of that kind of information.
I want whoever or wherever not to harm them and bring them home, to the people that love them.
Now, we understand that investigators and forensics teams were at their home shortly after we left when we were talking to neighbors. I asked Redlands police if they suspect any foul play here. They couldn't answer that question. All they could say right now is they're still searching for Dan and Stephanie.
Wow.
It can only be the most.
They're playing, like, there's commercial audio playing on the chopper feed. So I won't play it. But we have a live feed at least of the area. Okay, let me do this for the chat. Help out the chat a little bit. I wonder if there's any scanner audio too. I can try to check out for that, see if anything is popping off there. Oh, there. All right. Let me pull up the chat again. Somebody said dudes under the house. Shoot, it could be anywhere. There was one time, there was a Texas, I forgot the whole story. There was this guy that ran into somebody's house. And I think the person got outside and the guy was hiding there. Police were after him. And when police approached, the person shot at the cops. And so they brought this machine, this huge thing to tear up the house. Man, they were there for hours. They tore that house up. Let me see if I can find the feed. This one was crazy too. This was Texas. What was this? Oh my God! Everybody remember this? The guy hanging out of the window. We'll talk in the morning, bros. I was not coming. I swear. Dwight. Yeah, he was waving out the window. This wasn't the crazy one though, but they ended up getting him. They came in and they got him down. But let me see if I can find that house they tore up in Texas. Texas. Oh my God, I forgot about this one where there was a standoff with a semi truck. Hola.
That most of the law enforcement.
Bro, this semi truck one was crazy. This was in Texas. Look at this shit. The cops pulled up, everything. Eventually, they bring up a little robot. They bust the side of the window, smoke it out. They bring a machine to tear up. They literally tear this. Oh, look, they got SWAT here now. Some vehicle moving. They literally tear this truck apart. Like, tore this shit apart. I wonder if this is one of the ones where they sent the canine in and the guy tossed the canine out of the shit. He kicked the dog right out. Let me see. Was it this one? Or might have been a different one. This is great. Oh yeah, the canine's there. The canine's in there.
It looks as though that they may be using dummy bullets. There goes the dog. They pulled the dog there. Now the dog is inside. This is coming to an end now. Finally, let's see if the dog. As soon as the dog does
full
its
screen.
thing
Let's get full
here
screen.
with the driver, then you'll sit there. The officers are going in now.
Damn.
Again, we
that's
don't
not the
know
one.
whether the driver is conscious. They go exactly difficulty get him.
As you pull back, I know this is a very canine gain control of the suspect that has been refused. Situation, type of situation going.
No, that's not the one. There was one where they bringing the big boys, more backup. There was one where some guy like kicked the dog back out. I was like, oh shit. Oh, are they moving in? I wish this wasn't so choppy, this feed, but shoot. Boys moving in. Sorry, closing all these windows. Ooh, what's going on here? Redlands police. Or Redlands get down. Let's see if they're still playing commercials.
Well, invasion of privacy incidents at a residential complex on Ocean Boulevard and Pine Avenue.
No, it's just other art. Ooh, they're moving in. Are they just trying to extract the guy out of the vehicle, the truck? Okay, they're not playing. You don't know what you're dealing with. Entering a place like this, you know, the guy got a grenade or something ready to blow up some shit. The one in Vegas. Oh, Vegas. Oh no, that's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm thinking about was Texas. The guy was alive. They tore the whole house down, tearing that shit up. He ended up being like in a little closet. And they came from the other side of the house and they broke the closet. Like they put a hole in it. And out of nowhere, you see a hand come out through the hole. I thought the guy was dead. But he was alive. And it literally pulled him out on top of that little long thing. I think they were just extracting their guy. I mean, I don't know if I saw him come out, but it's like some sparks going on over here too, I think. Oh, that's it. They just got their guy out, I think. Oh, they're pulling it out. Oh! Yo, how gangster is that? Oh my God. They're pulling this whole tank machine out. Oh, that's what they were doing. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Okay, what's going on now? Oh, I thought they were okay. Look at these guys. Maybe that's it. That's all they need to do. Mission complete. Back to tearing up the house. It's a tack cat, right? Thank you, Rafor. Hey, I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Yo, the robot dog too. That's so epic. Oh yeah, there it is, moving on its own. It's back to tearing shit up, or it's shaking it off. Man, if we gotta level out this house, we're gonna level out this house. We're gonna find this guy. Michael said, freaky at grandma. She is 6'9" God. Hey, run for your life. They're backing out. Okay. Ah. You got a piece of wood on top or something. Some trash on top. It looks like it got this. Did it get a little damage?
Failed against the Biden administration over.
Nah, it's playing news in the background. All right, let me see if I find some scanner audio in the meantime. Close out all these windows. They got him out. It almost looks like I got damaged a bit over here. Checking out the vehicle. this? Also want to say I can find some more videos on this couple. Oh, damn, Wilson. Yo, you're good. How did you find that? This is the Texas video I was talking about. I'll play it when they kind of like stop doing stuff. Like there's not so much activity. I want to keep an eye on what they're doing, but that was freaking epic. And was that the dog one too? That was the dog one as well. They sent a robot dog. Oh my God. Oh, that's Natalie that sent that. Oh, okay, I can't even tell in the group text. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mandy. Thank you for the 25. That's for Maddie. Maddie loves the shirt. She still wears that shirt, the Disney shirt. It's a gangster ass shirt. Oh, Carly sent it. Okay, thank you, Carly. Thank you, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. What? The Tac Cat is operated remotely? Oh. Well, it looks like somebody's in there. Or no? I wonder where they go from here. Are they going to set another machine to tear up the house? I want to see the rest of that place get torn up. There we go. It's in there. Broadcastify. Let's see what's going on. Top feeds. Ventura. I wonder if this is considered Ventura. Firefighter. Oh, someone can go in there, but it's operated remotely. Choppy feed, but take what we can get. Back over the house.
Unit with traffic for Street on command 5, identifying, go ahead.
Whole neighborhood on lockdown. Michael Sparks is what they were saying the guy's name is. You gonna watch Kamala? Hey, run for your life. I gotta look into something too.
Battalion 14, Mitra. Go ahead, Battalion 14. Battalion 14, did you have traffic for copter 8?
Mustard.
That's a negative. I believe that was Division 14. Okay. And you can reattach me to truck 54.
Glasses.
Oh. Copy, Battalion 14. Division 14, Ventura. Yeah, Ventura, the traffic was for copter 8. They've been released by SO. SO was trying to get the message to them. Copy, Division 14. Copter 8, do you copy? Copter 8, copy. Going in contact with Station 1. We're clear. We're returning to headquarters.
Are they going back? Oh, that's weird. All right, I don't think the fire thing has anything to do with this right now. Elderly couple. Let's see if I find any other clips on YouTube. Oh, there we go. We actually have a regular soothing helicopter feed, like audio. Neighbor's home ripped apart, open. Looks like they're plotting. What's the next plan of attack? Just crazy, dude. This is like insane. I still kind of wonder, like, anybody in the chat with some thoughts? No, Melissa, don't say that. The suspect is the manager's boyfriend? No. No, Melissa, say it ain't so. It's possible. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, I guess. I mean, I sound surprised, but because this couple was supposedly suing the nudist resort, and supposedly they're getting harassed because of it and catching backlash. But wow, no. True according to JLR. Oh, hell nah. So maybe this boyfriend was like retaliating for his lover. And now the whole shit is getting torn apart. I wonder if they work together. Right? Who's to say it's just one person? If something happened to these people. Oh, it's her boyfriend. Oh, I thought it was two guys. Oh, wait, huh? Oh, the owner's a woman. Okay. I don't know why I thought the owner was I thought it was two guys together. Okay. So even more so. I guess maybe he felt he needed to do something for his woman. And retaliated. And felt maybe that would make the lawsuit stop. Claudia. His girlfriend was pushy with the elderly couple.
Yeah, they got guns drawn here.
Oh,
maybe they're just getting in position. Okay. I thought maybe they had someone in the street. And just moved from the cover.
I mean, is it even safe for them to like walk through this place anymore? This whole thing looks like it's gonna collapse. I guess the middle part's fine.
I think they're gonna go in.
I feel like if I were to guess, I think the suspect is hiding like in the back part of the house. I don't know. You have the front part's demolished, you have this middle part here, and then you have like this little back, I don't know what that is, like a shack or something. And then behind this supposedly is like these really steep hills, and supposedly like everything's being watched. So like this guy, they believe they said he's in the area. Not sure if he's in this house. This is the guy's house. And the victims live right next door to this person. And it's weird how they found their vehicle on the road. Were they ambushed? Somebody, hold them at gunpoint. A summary. Well, wow, we're at 5,000 people. Yeah, let's do a recap then. Ooh. All right. So for the new people that joined, there's this elderly couple that's been missing. Well, they were reported missing Sunday, and the lady's name is Stephanie Menard, 73 years old, and her husband is Daniel Menard, and they were reported missing by a worried friend. And they live on this nudist ranch. It's called Olive Dell Nudist Ranch. It's in California. And what happened was one of their friends was worried, and so I guess they went to check the house, the victim's house, and they found Stephanie's purse inside the house, as well as both of their cell phones, Daniel's and Stephanie's. So that was like sus. And then they also said that like they noticed a dog. Normally when they knock on the door, the dog barks. There was no dog. So it's the couple and the dog that's missing. It's a Shih Tzu named Cuddles. And now Daniel, the husband, he's diagnosed with diabetes and suffers from dementia. And Stephanie, they said she has multiple sclerosis. So she has this cane that she takes with her everywhere. But the cane was inside their home in a bucket, so she didn't take the cane with her. So, and then what happened was today, somebody called the police with a tip that this person, this house that's like torn apart right there, apparently that's the suspect. You know, they got a tip that they believe they were involved in this situation that happened to the elderly couple. And now what I'm hearing that this house, the house that's torn up,
the park,
the house that's torn up is the owner of the Nudist ranch. That's the boyfriend. And this couple, the victims, and I'm calling them victims. I don't know if they're dead or not, but just victims of whatever happened. It's not normal. Apparently they were suing the ranch, the Nudist ranch. And so when they supposedly did this lawsuit, they started getting retaliation and they started getting harassed. And so I'm thinking this has something to do with it. You know? There is no house. Maybe. Yeah, the suspect is probably at the owner's house. Maybe. They're saying the boyfriend, the owner's boyfriend, is the house that's being torn apart. Supposedly. I don't know if it's true, but that's what people are saying. Managers, not owners. Okay, they're saying managers. And I heard, supposedly people are claiming the guy's name is Free Cuddles. They're claiming the guy's name is Michael Sparks.
Search of the area, knocking on doors to contact residents. And we received a phone call from somebody with information who said that they knew who the subject was who was involved in the disappearance of Dan and Stephanie Menard. At that point, we locked down the area and we began an investigation door to door to try to contact him, find him and contact him. We are currently at his residence. We've breached the residence and are conducting a remote search.
You're going to go back in with it, maybe, huh?
Oh, they're going back? They're going to tear back up?
I believe that he lives alone.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Maybe he's going to lead the way.
Or leaving. I think he's going back.
Well, the information as far as the possibly foul play is that we received information from somebody who said that he was involved in the disappearance of the Menards. I can't speak to that. It's part of our investigation. As far as whether he's armed, we don't know.
Oh, yep. Turning it.
Going back. Let's go, baby.
We don't know their location or their condition. We have had no contact with them. We've not located them. As you say, they've been missing. The last time they were seen was Saturday.
Was there any kind of cadaver dogs or any kind of things like that to possibly do a search for bodies?
We've had canine search. We've had canines search the premises, including cadaver dogs.
Did witnesses say anything about the interaction between this guy and the Menards prior to this?
I can't comment on their interaction. I don't have any information about any kind of gunfire. Like, you mean recently? Like in the last...
Tearing it up. We're not letting you go. We're pulling everything outside of this nude home. So far, I haven't seen any clothes inside of this place, inside of the house. I'm kidding. But we're tearing this whole thing apart. There's nowhere to hide. I wonder if this person could be killed in the process, because I'm assuming this person's elderly. Oh, yo, what is he doing? Sumo slamming that shit? Boosh. What is that? Okay. I don't know. Oh. I wish we could hear, like, on the ground, hear the sounds of, like, shit, like pummeling a piece of whatever that is. Is moving out of the way, kind of clearing a path, I guess, too. I wonder if it's, like, fun to be in that thing. You think it's fun to just, like, tear shit up in that thing? Ooh. I wonder if he's, like, I wonder what's the point of that. Like, what is he doing? They're about to tear some other house up. I don't know. Not yet. I wonder if he's like, I don't know, trying to check under the rubble or something? Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, thank you so much, KW. Wait, did I miss one too before? Yeah, I missed one. I think I missed one earlier too. Thank you so much for the 15 memberships. Appreciate that. What a night. Hey, Joy Wilson. Thanks for covering, Mel. Glad we found you again. I meant to text you back, but yeah, I've been streaming for like hours now. Well, like maybe like 2 or 3 hours, I guess. Bindi, thank you for the 18 months. Felix, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate it. Toyo Toys, how you doing? My cat has fallen. I can't get up. Thank you for the super melody. So, all right, let me see what you guys are saying. Huge arsenal and built a tuner from trailer to hills behind the house. Is he really? He's a prepper? Huge arsenal and built a tuner. Oh. Man, what's that? They need to send some news out there to get on the... Well, I don't... Maybe they won't let them in. They should have more choppers out there, too. I don't know why we only have one that I know of. This is live. This is happening live right now. What did it say? Tunnel? Tim's gal? I don't know. I've been wondering, too. Oh, the door was barricaded? Okay, that makes sense then. Yes, prepper with tunnels. Ooh, he's got a... Oh, Alan! Oh, my God. I wonder what's going on here. Maybe clearing the way, I guess. I wonder what that guy's doing inside. Like, while all this shit's going on outside, he's just chilling in there. Is he watching the news? Probably in Mexico by now. No way. You think he has a bunker? I don't know why he's like so focused on that area right there. Oh, showing some strength right there. Wow, tearing that shit up. I think he's just having fun with it now. I wonder if he's gonna go like move ahead to the rest of the house. DM Bananas, thank you so much for the 20. I forgot to say your name properly. I know you told me one time. Thank you for the 20. Gracias. What a crazy night, yo.
Widen out and show you here. Redlands police obviously still on the scene, but it looks like they took the Bearcat out of the immediate vicinity. They're telling us that they believe that the suspect is in that home, but their condition is unknown, and they have not been able to make any contact with them. The home right to the left here that I highlight, this is the victim's home. So they believe that they lived right next door to the person of interest that they're still calling in all this. They have a massive presence here and a huge command center set up. I don't want to give away all their tactical information, but they have a lot of equipment here. Obviously, some very heavy-duty stuff that is able to just, rip the front of this house off, but still no contact from that suspect. So very, very bizarre situation, but they have reason to believe that they are inside of this house, but just cannot make contact with that person. So the standoff still continues here. Pat and Chauncey.
All right, thanks for that, Desmond. We also understand that they had search dogs, including cadaver dogs, and they still have come up with nothing. So we'll get back to you within the hour. Thanks so much, Des.
So they believe this guy's in there.
top of breaking news. A home ripped apart as SWAT team members swarm a known nudist ranch. This is in connection to the case of a missing local couple.
Right?
Police say a neighbor is a person of
crazy.
interest. We're live in the air and on the ground in Redlands. Hello, I'm Mark Brown. I'm in for David Ono and Ellen Leva. You're watching Eyewitness News at 6, live on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. We're following that breaking news. Police say foul play now suspected in the search for that elderly couple missing in Redlands. Dan and Stephanie Menard were last seen this weekend leaving their home. SWAT now using an armored machine they call the Rook to knock down the walls of the house near the missing couple's home. Again, here's what we know. SWAT has surrounded the nudist ranch where the couple lives. They are looking for a person of interest after a tip. Stephanie and Daniel Menard were last seen on Saturday, and police say they do suspect foul play. Chris Christie live over the scene now in Air 7 in Redlands. Chris?
Mark, as they have followed up on that tip, things have gone sideways here. You are looking at one of those armored vehicles that you saw just a moment ago that you mentioned. It is now back at work with a battering arm attempting to poke around in the property of the suspect. This is the person of interest who resides next to the couple's house, the missing couple, Dan and Stephanie Menard. That's their house right there. Right next door is a much smaller home with a trailer attached to it and a garage that is filled with garbage and just a heap of debris piled up to the ceiling of that garage. Now, somewhere in here, they are following up on that tip to find out who or what is inside of there, whether there's evidence or whether the person of interest is actually located or possibly hiding, whatever the case may be. It'll be very interesting to see what they find as they continue this very, very interesting operation. Earlier, that vehicle that you're looking at right there, known as a tactical Rook that is used by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, approached the home, breached the front of the house with that battering arm, and literally sunk into the ground as an upper deck with an air conditioning unit crashed, tumbling on top of that vehicle, trapping the officer behind the wheel of that bulldozer. And now that bulldozer is back at work again. They are using that tactical vehicle to poke around this suspect's home. Reporting live from Air 7, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, really quick, Chris, can you tell whether the officers that are around the scene, are they still maintaining a kind of defensive posture? Do they still have guns pointed at the residence?
No, they don't. They basically have the closest officers a block away in either direction. We don't want to give away their position, but we do feel comfortable showing you this armored vehicle that is essentially encountering a whole lot of debris as it kind of tries to make its way through this mess here. Beyond that, we really don't know what their tactics are here. Again, the closest units are about a block away in either direction. Every time they come close, they do take up a defensive posture with their guns drawn, and that's what they did as they approached this vehicle earlier with the deputy who was trapped inside of it. Half of that vehicle right there, I think we have some videotape to show you from just about an hour ago, was literally sunk into the ground, and that vehicle was trapped with the operator inside the vehicle. They approached the vehicle with their guns drawn, again, very defensive posture, and then immediately towed the vehicle away. The Bearcat has left the scene. Those armored SWAT members are about a half a block to a block in either direction as this operator goes to work trying to find any evidence or people inside this property. Mark?
Chris Christie live in Air 7 HD. We want you to stay on station and keep an eye on things for us while we check in with Eyewitness News reporter Leticia Juarez. She's live at the scene and has been there for quite some time. We understand Redlands police have just held a press conference.
Damn, bro, they're tearing up the whole thing. They're going to level this
shortly
building.
After 5 o'clock, where we learned a little bit more about what is happening here. But what we can tell you, and just speaking with the neighbors, they tell us that, you know, Dan and Stephanie Menard are beloved members of their community, and they have just been worried since the couple seemingly vanished without a trace. This afternoon, police swarmed the Olive Dale Ranch here on a tip that led them to a home right next door. Now, we were able to take a look from Air 7 as the SWAT team gathered right before they surrounded the home. Shortly after 5 o'clock, that their officers.
He does like this double audio loop sometimes.
With the neighbors, they tell us that, you know, Dan and Stephanie Menard are beloved members of their community, and they have just been worried since the couple seemingly vanished without a trace. This afternoon, police swarmed the Olive Dale Ranch
Why
here
are the
on
SWAT
a tip
naked?
that led them to a home right next door. Now, we were able to take a look from Air 7 as the SWAT team gathered right before they surrounded the home. Redlands police tell us that their officers did try to contact a person of interest in the couple's disappearance, and that led to a standoff. Now, a Riverside County Sheriff's SWAT vehicle known as a Rook, which you mentioned, was brought in when it appeared that the suspect was not responding to commands to come out of the home, and that's when you saw there that vehicle there was used to basically tear the wall off the home so that they could try to look and see if that person of interest was in there. We then heard from Carl Baker, who told us what was happening next with that.
We are using remote equipment to conduct a search currently. We have not yet located anyone inside. We don't know where the subject is. He may still be inside, or he may be somewhere else on the grounds.
Now, we asked police if they had surrounded the area, and they said they had surrounded the area earlier before going into that standoff. So if that person of interest, they believe, is possibly still there, and they are going to be searching for him. Investigators say that they were led to the ranch this morning on a tip, and that led them to the Menards' next door neighbor, who they identified as that person of interest. They say based on the time that the Menards have been missing and information gathered from that tipster, that foul play may be involved. You know, on Sunday, concerned friends reported the Menards missing to police. They were last seen leaving their home with their dog Cuddles. Their vehicle was later found abandoned not far from their residence. The couple's cell phones and Menard's purse were also found in their home. Friends tell Eyewitness News.
So on the bottom right is the live feed. So it looks like to me like now they're tearing up the right side of the front house. Oh, he took it off. The right side of the front of the house. Eventually, I want to see what happens when they get to that center portion of the house. How they tear that up.
Try to get that information when we get it and bring it to you.
All right, Leticia Juarez, thank you for that live report. Now, as that SWAT standoff continues, we're seeing some of that interesting machinery from law enforcement we've been talking about. That vehicle that Chris Christie mentioned is called the Rook, the Tac Cat, as some are calling it. It's about 7 feet tall, weighs about twice as much as a pickup truck. They're usually built with bulletproof glass and metal, and they can rip through pretty much anything, as we have seen. It's ripping through this house pretty well and making quick work of the debris that's inside as best it can. It's got kind of a pair of jaws at the top of it and at the end of that battering ram, and so it's able to grab things. Across the country, the Rook has become an integral part of tactical investigations, and they are pricey. It can go for about $300,000 a copy. Now, let's take a live look again from Air 7 over that ranch in Redlands. The Rook still at work, still clearing a path, it would appear, after having breached the wall of that home in search of what the police department there are calling a person of interest in the disappearance of the elderly couple, Dan and Stephanie Menard. A lot of questions there about that missing couple. Stay with Eyewitness News as we follow the story. We'll bring you the latest on air on abc7.com and on our free ABC7 Los Angeles app. An Orange County doctor already facing criminal charges of sexual battery is now being sued by more than a dozen former patients who say he abused him. Orange County reporter David.
Okay, let me switch back to the live feed. Wow. So it looks, I've been watching like this little AC thing on the right-hand side, waiting for that to fall. Oh, it looks like the truck backed out. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Johnny 5. They taking a break? Switching operators? I don't know. Looks like they're going to be here a while tearing this thing up. Tear it up. Where's Cuddles? Yeah. Nobody knows. Or if they're going to send him back. What is this? I don't know what he's showing now. That's somewhere else he's showing.
We're certain that he has not been able to escape from the area.
Police are now using equipment to search inside the man's property as well as around this entire nudist resort. We, of course, asked about the...
Oh, that was an hour ago. He said 2 news choppers over this incident and 2 more en route. Almost there, but that was an hour ago. They're talking about tunnels. I don't know. Oh, he flipped back. Thank God. Let me just see what the chat is saying over here. Someone is getting rammed at the nudist spot. Somebody said it feels a bit overboard with the destruction of the house. Why not raid it and preserve evidence? Some people are wondering why they're tearing the whole place up. Some people are talking about if he is a prepper, he could be underneath it. People are talking about that this guy's supposedly a prepper. One of those, like, end of the world doomsday preppers, I guess. I wonder where we can find more information about this guy. I don't know why they keep switching feeds. Let me show a little bit of this crazy. There we go. I prefer that, I guess. Oh God, no.
Copy that. Let me know if we get any new information. Otherwise, I'll just go with what we had.
Sounds like Ileana. All right, I'll try this link, but let's see if this link. We have it now, but I want kind of something more steady. All right, I guess there's 2 incidents going on, but we still thankfully have a live feed of the scene.
In the corner house, because it's the only one.
I wonder what else is going on.
With the, door open. Yeah.
Is there another standoff? Somewhere else going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually just gonna throw on my sweater, but you can leave it on. Oh, okay, no worries.
Still waiting to see what these people are going to do next on the scene. I hope they send the Rook or the Tic Tac, whatever they call it, send it back. Send it back. Yeah, they think he killed the older couple. I mean, he's suspected of, I don't know, he is suspected of being involved in whatever happened to the elderly couple. That could be where everyone is staging outside of the property. Which property? Because that place looks different from this place, I think. Lap dogs. Cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Almighty. The nudist colony on the mountain, but this area on the left looks so much different from this area. The nudist colony. I mean, unless it looks completely different down the below the nudist place. Redlands. That sounds like Ileana. Let me see if I can find anything on Twitter about it. No, nothing. Let's try the website. Search underway in the Redlands. Nudist colony. I don't really see too much going on down there right now, besides they're kind of huddled up to the back where the cat is that the rook. Guess we gotta wait and see. Maybe they have backup coming. Oh, so this is okay. The scene that's on the bottom left-hand side. This looks like what they're showing. It's a different incident. 3 people shot in Carmarillo. Please come back. Yes. Yes. Yeah, he was showing something. This is what it looks like to me. 3 people shot in Camarillo. It's a different incident. This looks like the exact area to me. 2 of the 3 victims were shot at home on Huerta Court in Callecita. The 3rd person was shot at the Camarillo Police Department, just blocks away from home. Another standoff? Huh? Okay, maybe there's something else going on too. Another standoff. Yeah. RD on the scene. I don't know what this guy's doing with this. Why is he doing this? All right. So we're waiting for the next move. I'm hoping that this truck goes back there and starts tearing that house up. The rest of I hope we get to see this. What happens? I want to see the outcome. I want to see. See. Maybe they're waiting on something. Come on, come on. Come on.
It's okay.
The house torn up. I wonder what that guy's doing in there. What could he possibly be doing all this time? Sleeping? Maybe he's dead already. Maybe something collapsed on him and he's passed out or unconscious. Imagine he just pops out and starts running. Somebody just pop running naked in this shit. Hey, you want to see a secret tunnel? Bunker Bob. Oh, I thought that was something moving in the back for a second. Guess we gotta wait. Oh, Tony, yo, I don't know why I thought it was like 11 o'clock at night. It's 9:20. My body feels like it's 11, almost 12 or something. The rubble.
Obviously much lower than we are, and he might have.
No, still the same information.
Come on, baby. Nothing yet. Wish I could hear the conversations. Like, what's the plan? The strategy. Wait him out. Back up. He's sitting in the bunker drinking a beer. Scratching his balls and watching Nick and Mel live stream. He might be. Sir, come out with their clothes on. See if I can find anything on. Embassy is there and KTLA is over Redlands. Look on Facebook. I wonder if I could find that ranch on Facebook. See if anybody snitched. Give the inside info. Called Olive Dell Ranch RV Park. Members of Olive Dell events and activities. Private group. I want to get in. Only 100. This group is not affiliated or owned by Olive Del Ranch. Oh. Maybe they've been inundated. Damn, I told you guys. People are more concerned about the dog. Oh, it's going back? Hey, 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 hey. Somebody here said, not gonna lie, I'm worried about the dog.
So there's another location that may be related to this. It's about 5 minutes away. Would you like us to go take a look?
These two people live down the street from me. Where are they? Can't comment on their post though. Oh, they got a page. Found it. Last post was August 24th. Nobody's commented on it though.
So this incident here, Mike, might be related to a fatal stabbing from like this afternoon. About
they're going in, baby. Let's go. Tear this shit up. Let's go. Let's go.
If they say yes, then it's southwest of Cameron.
Let's go, baby. It's time. It's not this wrong. That thing is having problems. Wendy, what's up? You been watching all this craziness? Insanity?
Oh, I guess they're not following.
Let's go, baby. Yes.
He's leaving.
Wait. No. He's done?
Oh, maybe not. He's just...
A different angle of attack. Let's go, baby. Come from the side or something. Wait, what is it?
On the way.
I thought we were about to tear up a whole nother house. Different. Yeah, tear the other house up, too.
Car. No.
Yo, imagine he starts breaking the car. Is he going to push the car? Oh, shit. Gangster. What is he doing? Pushing the car? Yeah, or he's going to pull it? You lift that shit up? What are you... Oh! Like nothing, like a paper clip. Wow. I'm thinking he's moving this car out of the way to move to the side of the house. Like in a banger.
Boulders.
Oh, the boulders. Yank that shit. This is so gangster, man. I've never seen this before. Like, wow. Transformers. I'm not seeing this, guys. What's the point of that?
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Was it? That's interesting. Wonder what the point of that was. Coming back. Okay, I see you. What's going on here? Okay, reversing that bitch. Moonwalk this bitch. What? Now they're just showing off. No, it's got to be. I wonder what the point of this is. And with a team too. Huh. Interesting. Thank you, April. They're gonna check the car? Is that what's going on here? They're gonna check the car, maybe. Oh no, no. They're checking the car, checking the car. He's gonna move the car out of the way. Is he gonna hotwire it? I think they want to get to the right side of this house.
Cool, just 3 miles from here.
I think they want to be able to get this
Right off the nose.
Tic Cat,
A
TikTok.
little bit to the right, it seems.
They
like
want to get to
more
the side of this house so they can start
Okay,
tearing
cool,
things
now
up, I
it's
think. Yeah. Wow. Let's see what they're doing now. The guy definitely rolled off with the car. Oh, thank you for the 5. Who was that? Tiffany Warner, thank you. Well, we were joking about getting a robot dog.
But we can at least get the intersection. Looks like it's going to be coming up right off the nose. It's on the major street there, just south of all those. What are those?
Yeah, the cops tore up the house, yeah.
For Christmas, we need to pitch in and get Mel his own personal Rook Tears of Joy, Tears of Joy, Tears of Joy.
Here he comes. I see the shadow. Yes. Oh, they're moving. The guys are moving.
Where that other incident took place earlier today. I
Yeah, Micah, you're looking at the 2 homes here. The one on the left-hand side is the missing couple's home. I'll zoom into it here to show you. That's the Maynard's home. The one on the right here is the neighbor. Now, the Redlands Police Department are searching for that person as a subject that is wanted, or they're looking for him in the disappearance of that couple. Now, it was earlier this afternoon when the SWAT team moved in and used their battering ram to open up a window that was in the front portion of the house. They put in a drone into that window and searched that portion of the home. Then they moved in this battering ram. It's actually a modified Bobcat tractor that you still see here on scene that the sheriffs and the Redlands SWAT team are using. It's a manned vehicle. They use that to go in to the home, and I'll come over and show you what that did to the property. Went right in through the front door and right through the front wall, actually clearing out the majority of the home, and then got stuck. And it was stuck there for about 40 minutes. That tractor had to be rescued by the Redlands SWAT vehicle, had to be towed back out, but then it came back in to do some more, and now it's pretty much unrecognizable here in the front.
Bro.
Still, the search is ongoing for that.
Yep, they're coming from the side.
In the
yes.
Property, they believe that person is still on the premises here in this area called the Olive Dell Ranch Resort, and it's a big property here off of Niche Road or Canyon Road, and the Sheriff's Department along with the CHP and the Redlands Police Department here on scene doing that search for that suspect or that subject that is wanted in the disappearance for that elderly couple. They're saying foul play is likely
what does it turn up? What's that?
A thing in this missing persons situation, but you see that modified tractor that are continuing to clear items away.
Chuck that shit. What is that? A table? A plastic table and shit? Chuck it.
The SWAT team will likely make entry into
Toss
this
that
later
shit to
to
the
clear that property completely.
I would have just ran over it, but maybe it doesn't want to get stuck.
For that missing neighbor. That's the latest overhead up in Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the
I wonder
studio.
if that belongs to the suspect, or is there somebody else living there that they got their chair tossed?
And it looks like they're getting ready again.
Getting ready. Suit up, baby. Let's go. It's time. You might have to get that tent thing out of the way, too. Whatever that is. Canopy. Oh, toss the table. Let's see it. Or crush it. Just crush it. Just pummel it from the top to the bottom. You ever heard of that thing? This place where like people go to like get their anger out. So, like you walk into this place, there's like a bunch of trash everywhere, and they give you like a bat or something. You just go slamming everything around. Where I saw that, I saw it on TV somewhere. I guess it's safer to send the machine in to move this stuff out of the way instead of just having the cops move it. I wonder if they're getting ready to pull up to the side of the house too. Is it just the machine, or is the machine clearing the way for the guys to roll up with the Bearcat? Oh, it's time. Pounce on it. Go down. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, he's gonna hit the house, the window.
Oh, that side window.
Wow.
Okay.
Bust the side. Get out of there. I don't know if there's a bathroom. Probably a bathroom or a bedroom or a bathroom. Imagine he's in there and that shit just busts through. Oh, shit. Pull it out. What's in there? Bring the trash out of there. That piece of clothes? Cardinal sin in the nudist community. How dare you? All your nudist friends are watching this shit. Yeah. Yeah, like nothing. Just pummels of stuff. Must have like a grabbing feature too. It grabbed the car. Ah. Wow. Post a little tweet.
You can just store bed for now. Mike will have another 24 minutes before the show.
I wonder how much fuel this chopper has. I'm a little concerned about that. I was on the other channel when they were there at the scene, but then they left to refuel. I think it took like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or something. I don't know, once they get low, if they're going to leave and come back.
What is that on the top?
March, thank you for the 10.
Yeah.
I wonder if this person, if the couple is dead, I'm warning at this, whoever did it, the potential suspect here, if he killed the dog too. I've seen a couple of stories where they kill the dog. I don't understand why. It's not like the dog's going to talk. But
American something?
could have left the dog in the house. Wow. Crumbling to pieces. I wonder, what is that room? Wow, like nothing. Is it a toilet? No. I wonder what this guy's thinking inside of that house. As your literal house is crumbling down around you. Can't hide forever. And the person that reported the tip, probably watching this shit like, wow, like, oh shit, I'm sorry. No. They probably thought the cops were just gonna walk in and just take this person out. And then now they're looking at the news like, whoa. They say the front door supposedly was barricaded. That's why they're tearing this whole thing down. Oh, wow. He pulled out a whole bunch of stuff. Is that a mattress? Oh. Yo. I think the problem is, too, is that, like, this stuff that comes out kind of blocks the way. Yo, it's storming so hard outside right now, too. It's, like, perfect weather. As long as the internet doesn't mess up. Wow. And what do you guys... That was a mattress, right? I guess it was a bedroom. Oh. Roof is coming off right there. I wonder if the strategy is like to scare this guy out too, I guess. The more and more they tear this up, the guy is gonna have to like move to the back of the house or something. Oh, what was that? Move to the back of the house, get in a corner somewhere.
Oh, it is the corner house then. They're walking in there.
One of the woman's voice, you're talking about a different incident. One of the standoffs that I covered a long time ago in Texas, I wanted to show you guys the feed, but right now it's really busy. The guy was hiding like in a closet, like on the second floor. They tore this house apart with a machine. At the end, he finally gave up. I thought that the guy was going to get crushed in that Texas one, because at one point they tore a hole in the wall, and it was the craziest thing. A hand comes out. A hand's just there. It was the wildest. I'm like, oh shit, he's dead. And then the hand moves away. He was alive. They literally, you see this pole right there? They made him climb on the pole and hold on to the pole, and they pulled his ass out of the second floor. He was holding on to that shit like this. It was crazy. And the crazy thing about that Texas situation I'm telling you about, that wasn't even the person's house. So he ran into somebody else's house and they fucked up somebody else's house. It was like a whole thing on the news, and I think the owner, I don't know if they showed their face or not, but I remember they talked about it. Like, this was my house, bro. Like, they tore up my house and the guy ran into some random house. Damn. Destruction. It would be really creepy to, like, while we're watching this, there's a body. Like, we see an arm or something like that, or I don't know, somebody just get up and start running. So for those that joined later or may just join now or whatever, this rook actually got stuck at one point. They had to bring in the Bearcat and pull the shit out. It got stuck in there. Yeah, I covered that dragonfly lady, the guy that was on the light pole. The cops were surrounding him and they got tired of him because I don't know, and they just left him. I've never seen that before. They were all like, "Oh my God, please come down, please come down." He was refusing to. Apparently, they said he was smoking a crack pipe on the top of a light pole. And so the cops left, the paramedics left. Like, everybody was like, "You know what? We're done." Yeah. And they asked to turn off the power to the electricity pole.
That corner, anyways. Yeah.
They said hours later he just came down on his own. That shit's about to collapse. I wonder how much, or maybe at least on one side. I think the problem is like because of all the debris, I don't know how far this thing can get in. But they did good coming from the side of the house too to wedge in there more, do some damage. Oh, wow. That's like the structure right there. That piece of, yeah, knock on it. Fucking knock that thing now.
Yep. That's nice.
Oh, he's gonna grab it. Oh shit!
Wow, look at that.
Yo, this is wild, man. Replay the mattress, 2 bodies. I'll play it on a different screen, so I don't have to take away from what people are watching now. Let me check it out and see. Mattress part. Okay. Oh, no. The rest of I can't even look away. I'm trying. Wow, man. So if my mother saw this, she'd be like, what the hell?
Booth, go ahead, I gotcha. Copy. Yes. At this point, the only thing we have confirmed is 3 people shot. We were told 2 in the home and then 1 at the police station.
By the way, the lady that's talking is at a different scene. It's a whole different thing that's going on, but the person streaming has both feeds going. So that's why you hear that. So the lady talking has nothing to do with the main screen that you're watching here. Wow, 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 wow.
Copy that.
See, I'm wondering if this guy's hiding in this back structure right here. Like this, I don't know what this is. I feel like this guy's hiding back here. It's going to be a bitch to reach back there because you see like the mountainside type of thing. I guess it really does. You can't go over the mountain, really. He could come out and run into another house, maybe, or the victim's house. Imagine the whole time this dude's not even in this house. He's in next door, the victim's house. Just chilling in there, watching through the window, like peeping outside, looking at this, like, wow. You know? Having a drink and shit, and like eating their food and stuff.
Islands Boulevard. That's it.
They believe the suspect is in there. There's this elderly couple that went missing. This is a nudist ranch. And there's this wife and husband that went missing, the dog as well. And somebody called in a tip today saying that the person in this house is involved.
NBCIFB.
So the couple and the dog is still missing. Their cell phones were in their house. The woman's purse was in the house. Their car was like just found abandoned. You know, so it's a really like suspicious incident.
It's just really overmodulated.
And apparently the couple was suing the nudist colony. I don't know, like the ranch. And so once they apparently this lawsuit thing had caused them to get like harassment and people were retaliating. And so the rumor is supposedly the suspect, the house that's being torn apart, is the manager's boyfriend. I was saying owner, but they said it's not owner, it's the manager. So the manager's boyfriend, supposedly. I don't know. So I don't know if this guy retaliated on behalf of this person or whatever, maybe trying to get the lawsuit to go away.
With their backup.
Ooh, what's that?
Let's see. No, that's their primary. They came all the way from Redlands. Wow. They're not going to have like any fuel. But they can land nearby, huh?
I don't know.
I wish they had more choppers there. You could switch in and out once this person has to refuel. Let's see.
Really? Huh.
I wonder what that vehicle is. What kind of... Is that a nudist? Or is that law enforcement? Nudist law enforcement? Community law enforcement? The missing couple has not been found. The dogs has not been found. They're all no bodies. Nobody knows where they're at. Just they suspect foul play though. What's up with this truck? Came around the wrong parts here, fella. You're in the wrong neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Nudist HOA. Medical examiner, maybe. You think so?
That one? I think that's I mean, they came from Redlands, so I would think that would be the primary.
Let's see if this guy has said anything about refueling. I'm worried about that now. Like, damn. Oh, no. Please.
Go ahead,
Somebody said, still confused as to what they're trying to accomplish, especially since they're unsure if the suspect is in there. They seem confident that he's in there or in the area. I don't think they would do this if they didn't think he was inside. They've mentioned several times he's in the area.
We're back down to about 15 to 20 minutes left.
Oh, no. I'm thinking they're talking about fuel, 15 to 20 minutes. Let me ask,
Somewhat? You got a little quiet there. Can you say that last part again? Oxnard and Camarillo. Yeah, we'd have to refuel, and then we'd be able to go that way.
Damn.
If we left now, do you think we'd make it? No? Yeah, no. No, we're going to have to land for fuel here at San Bernardino and then head back that way.
Damn. Sounds like they might leave.
Okay, sounds good. Do you want us to stay on scene until the end of the show, or can we depart now?
No.
Good to go now. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Copy that. Good to go now. We'll get fuel and then head that way.
No. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Can we get one of the nudists? Damn. That's the only chopper there. I was hoping like last time they were going to refuel and come back, but he's saying they're going to go somewhere else. Oh man, I really, really wanted to see like live the outcome. What happens? Is somebody going to be in there? Oh man. What a bummer. How can we... That sucks, man.
From our
2 officers shot. This was the nut job from Texas that I was talking about. This guy ran into some house, shot at cops. So he was armed and dangerous, so they didn't want to risk, you know, other people getting hurt.
Say that to him again. I think I might have gone through on the wrong radio.
He tore this house apart. Let me see if I can skip to like a highlight. Bro. Oh, there's the drone. Drone inside the house. They moved the drone inside the house. The shit was so dope. And I don't know where's that. Bro, great.
Several gunshots
throughout the evening. That nobody else is hurt.
Choppers,
I have
spotlights.
just been informed that it does appear that he is inside, and they are making contact.
December. Seeing people from the sheriff's office begin to show up here. I know they're trying to set up their live stream.
Very much appreciated. Different times. Again, all this has really been fue herido, entonces técnicamente 3 aquí fueron lastimados.
What? Look at this shit. What is that? Yo, what the fuck is that? What? Yo! It's a robot dog?
Just talk about the sheer response.
Yeah, it's been impressive response. Again, with this type of situation, everybody has
and the dog like collapsed. I don't know. It took a
here,
while.
and we appreciate the support just to see what else may be needed. There's a lot of moving parts to this.
Fox 11.
Who was shot at the house? Or
Yo,
is
Fox, are you saying Fox 11 is out there? You're just telling me to check. If they're out there, oh my god, I'd be so happy.
Okay, copy
Nah, I
that.
don't
So
see nothing,
basically,
Fox.
man and woman at the house, both were shot, but the man managed to head over to the police station to ask for help. Correct?
Let's see if Scott.
We remain deeply concerned.
Great, we got it. Okay. 5 more minutes, Mike. Okay. It all makes sense now.
This, and we don't know if, again, we had to determine if something else may be needed and people needed.
K-Cal's live.
If you can hear me on the radio, we're going to
Might just be a news hit for sure. Let me check K-Cal and
Thank
we'll
you,
take a look.
and we'll be back with you shortly.
Oh no! Alright, so they landed. K-Cal's showing a little. Let's see what they're showing. They're probably not going to stay long, but oh no, I'm getting an ad. I was about to say they're still at the Kohlberger thing. Kohlberger was 7 hours. I'm so glad I just moved on from that.
Because when agents compete, you win.
I don't see anything now. LA. Foul play suspected.
Have special.
There's also wounded in this happened.
And I know you've got so many sources in your.
I want to see his reaction.
So you're right.
I think you're on the wrong radio.
55,000.
I think you're on the wrong radio because it bled over.
It's like a lady.
Yeah.
About his experience.
Yeah.
See it.
But I shouldn't be.
This is where they took his ass out. They know where he's at, I guess. Something moving? What's up with that? The hand popping out? I'm going to play the clip again in a second.
Into one of the other comms.
Go find me. Thank you for the super chat. I love freaking Bama. Thank you so much.
It did not.
Oh. Shoot a canine, officer, child, and innocent. They go real slow. C. Gabe. Oh shit. C. Gabe. Yo, it was so crazy that they had a guy on the second floor, like a SWAT guy or something, and they're breaking into the second floor. Let's all and be that for staying.
Do you see some movement, Rudy?
What the fuck is that?
There's a okay. Is it
the guy's hand? The building was being torn apart. We're all looking at. There's cameras and shit, and his hand pops out to the side.
Some movement, Rudy.
What the fuck is that?
There's a okay. Is it that's really that debris is, and then have him go anywhere.
Well, they clearly took away all of his options. They demolished the front of the house. He didn't have access to getting out.
Like this, which here he is. This is what ends up happening. They drag his ass. He has to hold on to the rook. The cops did a really good job, bro. Nobody's dead. Somebody could have been dead or whatever. And they have the lasers on them. They were still laser sight. Look at that. Applied pressure. I mean, they tore this effing house down, yo. And look how this guy comes out. He could have killed multiple people. He did shoot at cops. Yeah, so somebody that has that mindset, I wonder how do they become docile after a while? Like, do they? I don't know. Does their adrenaline run out? Do they come to their senses? I don't know, mental health, like everything else, mental health. Wow. That was a wild one. Damn, I guess that's it. CBS, it's just a pre-recorded video. They're not live out there. Let me take a look if there's anything else I can find, but that might be it. Let's see. I was worrying about Citizen too. That I'm pretty sure I don't think anybody in the nude colony is on Citizen, but
NOC, could you reset the IFB?
let's see. Where would this place be? Let me look on the map. Riverside. Close to Riverside. Oh, right side of Los Angeles. Okay. Riverside.
NOC, it's dropping out really bad.
Standoff in progress.
Can you just cue me?
Nah, ain't nobody at that Nudist colony recording or streaming, I guess.
I kind of got it there. I got you. Go ahead. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is good. It said we're 3 minutes into the show. Okay, yeah.
What a day. Fox 11's not over there. Not over the scene anyway. What do you have, info, Tamster? What's up? No, keep streaming. Okay, why are you saying that? Go ahead, Tamster. Tell me what you got. You want to contact me? Do you know the Nudist over there? Your mom lived there? Do you want to email me? You want to talk real quick with a little phone call? Like a live phone call? Tapster, email me at ikidmail@gmail.com. If you want to call for a little bit, I'd be interested to hear. Excuse me. Oh, you're right, Mimi. He said he'd be back at 7 o'clock for a presser. What time is it over there? It's the 7 o'clock now? It's 10, 9, 8, 7, yeah. I wonder if they're going to have it where we can watch it. I don't even know where to watch it at. Well, let me check out KTLA Live, I guess, since they've been showing stuff. It's supposed to be a press conference. Let's see. Listen live. Put KTLA on, see if they got something. Imagine everybody left, so there's nobody there to do a presser. There should be people on the ground to do the presser.
Worked on Edward Caesar.
KTLA. No, I haven't seen it yet. They're not showing anything. KTL.
Property.
Here it is. Here it is. You're right. Yep.
Why he might be involved in it?
I can't discuss that.
It appears that the suspect might be a neighbor, though.
Yes.
So you are naming him as a suspect.
Well, I didn't call him a suspect. He's a person of interest.
Are there other people implicated?
And not that I'm aware of at this time. I'm sorry?
And as you said, we're in Camarillo, but this is actually a situation that started...
Well, I'm not aware that there are 2 bodies to be moved. As I said, we haven't located anything.
Has anyone mentioned anything yet about like any potential neighbor disputes between the
There's been information about various disputes. Whether that has anything to do with this, I don't know.
So what's your next step now?
Right now, we're continuing the search. We believe that he's still on the property. Yeah.
Have you been in contact with any of the missing people's families?
The detectives have spoken to members of the couple's family.
And tell me, what are they saying?
I can't comment on that.
How big is the property up there?
Oh, I don't know.
10 acres?
Yeah,
Diseases?
I couldn't even begin to guess. You could probably find something online, but
Are there people out still looking for the missing couple tonight as well?
that's part of our investigation. We're trying to find them as well as the subject.
Are there ponds or wells or anything up here?
Not that I'm aware of.
Checking?
I'm not aware of any ponds or wells. But there are quite a few residences, and so we are expanding our search to include the entire park.
Could you just describe your reaction to this effort to find these 2 individuals?
My reaction, I really don't want to. I don't want to provide my personal reaction to.
Why?
It's irrelevant.
Carl, how many other agencies are out there? Just
Riverside Sheriff's and the Redlands Fire Department. Earlier we had Riverside County CAL FIRE and American Medical Response Ambulance.
they had dogs and all that type of stuff sniffing?
Earlier we had canines here. I don't believe that they're on the property right now.
Obviously, there's a lot of hillsides here. There are areas that are difficult to access for search and rescue crews too.
It's challenging, but we were out here on Sunday with a bloodhound and the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department helicopter, as well as our own Redlands Police Department drone. So we did a pretty thorough search of the surrounding area.
You said you thought the person of interest is still on the property.
Yes, we do believe so.
The couple is still on the property.
We don't know. We don't know where they are.
What's happening with the residents that are still currently
The
there?
residents in the immediate area of the subject's house were evacuated. Most of the residents are still in their homes.
Are they sheltering in place type of thing?
Not all of them.
So they're free to roam.
Yeah. As I say, we evacuated the area that was immediate to the subject's house.
The people who have been evacuated, where have they been placed?
I don't know the answer to that. I believe that they found their own shelter.
I just have one last question, just from what we've seen from helicopters on the search into the person of interest home. It looks like there was just so much stuff that was like falling out of it. Has it been hard to find that person if they are inside, because this home just looks like it's loaded with stuff?
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there, which certainly does complicate the search.
And what was the reasoning for battering ram?
We've made several attempts to contact the subject with no response. And so at that point, we had a search warrant and we went into the home. And for the officer's safety, we used the battering ram and the remote cameras in order to conduct that search. Okay?
Could you just say kind of what you think for the next couple hours? We will probably be going live at 10 and 11.
I don't know what to. I don't know what to tell you. I can come back down here in a couple hours. I might be doing the same thing and telling you there's no update.
Okay.
So at this point, you're just going to be here on the property searching until you...
Yes, we anticipate that we will be here quite late.
Is there anything that you need the community to do?
Pray. And we still, if somebody has any information, if they've seen the couple or their dog, we still are looking for that kind of information.
And what about residents that are trying to get
You've been listening to a news conference. The City of Redlands spokesperson Carl Baker speaking there in regards to a search that continues tonight for a missing couple, 78-year-old Dan Menard and 73-year-old Stephanie Menard, his wife. They were last seen at their mobile home on Keisel Road around 10 o'clock on Saturday morning.
That's right. He also told us earlier that this started with a phone call. They got info from a person who said that they knew who was involved in this couple's disappearance. They did get a search warrant. So they have been out there all day. As a matter of fact, now he's calling this person a person of interest who lives right beside the couple's home. He's also said that he has made contact with the family of the missing couple, but officially confirming tonight that person is a person of interest.
Yeah, he mentioned that there have been disputes, but he's not sure if that has anything to do with their disappearance. So we're going to keep following this story and bring you the very latest in just about an hour on KCAL News.
Okay, so I did get emailed, right? And this person emailed me and said that heard you're looking to speak to someone about Olivedale, the ranch. Let me get the proper name of this place. Olivedale Ranch, yeah. My best friend lived there every summer for 25 plus years and is familiar with the couple and suspect and is willing to chat. Give her a call. So we're going to give somebody a live call right now. Let's do it. Just give me a second. Let me connect over here. I had to wait till that press conference was done. Okay, let's see. Make sure my audio setting. Oh no, my audio setting's wrong. So let me fix this real quick too. Boom. Okay, perfect. All right, let me call now.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing? This is.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is Mel, and I heard. Is it Cheyenne?
Yeah, this is her.
Awesome. I appreciate your friend reaching out and you being willing to talk about this place. You know the couple?
Of course, yeah. I'm on like all the Facebook groups, so there's obviously a lot of stuff being said and a lot of stuff happening. And since Olivedale is a very interesting place, it's kind of hard to see what's right,
Right. Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Did you know the couple?
Yeah, I did. So my family was actually the previous owners / management before this new management. It was in our family for about 60 years. So I grew up there. My parents grew up there. My grandma went there. So basically my entire family grew up there. So
wow.
I actually had met my husband there. So yeah, definitely had been there most of my life. And no longer there, of course, because the new management came in and pushed us out. So we are now banned from our home that we've known our whole lives.
And why did they do that, the new management?
Yeah, so basically, long story short is a few years ago, my parents decided to basically sell the ranch, but more so get investors in the ranch. They still wanted to stay on, but they wanted, someone to help with maintenance and, they wanted to improve it. At the end of the day, it's kind of run down and they just really wanted to make it better and keep up with the changing times. And so we brought these investors in and, at first it was great. We remodeled the bathrooms and, we got some new safe furniture and, it seemed to be kind of going in the right direction and the new owners seemed really cool. My parents stayed on as management, but a little more stress was taken off of their backs. And then basically in the last year or two, within those new investors, there was a silent investor who became very not silent. Her name is Tina. And basically she wanted to kind of take over everything and do things her way, but just did not want my parents to help, wanted to change things completely. And basically slowly just pushed my parents out and then eventually fired them, but then told everyone that my parents abandoned the ranch and they hated Olivedale and all this stuff. And then they had threatened legal action if we ever went back to the ranch. So my stepfather had actually gone back to help a friend that had cancer move out, and they called the cops on him, even though he was just helping someone move out. So yeah, new management is absolutely terrible. And I would say 20 plus residents have moved out since they took control because they do not want to be there.
So is Tina the current manager there still? Or
Tina is the current owner. Yeah, I'm not sure who she has running day-to-day operations because she does not live there, but she is the current owner and basically face of all of Dell.
So the suspect, is the rumor true? The guy's name is Michael Sparks. Is that true or no? Do you know?
As far as I know, that's what people are telling me. I mean, I guess unless we actually speak to him or see him, but that is what I am being told. And that's what seems to be the confirmation that is his house at the ranch. That is his mobile home. So yeah, that's what I'm being told as well.
Have you met him before?
Yeah, I've known him most of my life as well. I actually saw him less than a month ago. We actually had another older gentleman at the ranch that unfortunately passed away. And so we attended his funeral in Riverside. And my parents and I were there. And then Mike Sparks was the only other person from Olivedale to come to this funeral, even though most people at Olivedale knew this man, but no one showed up at him.
Wow. And what is...
He's always been a friend of my family's, a friend to Olivedale. I mean, I didn't know him intimately, of course. I knew Dan and Stephanie way better than I knew Mike. We actually called him Sparky. That's just kind of to tell you how just nice he was. I mean, I just remember being at the pool and Sparky would be there and everyone's hanging out. And, he was kind of quiet and shy, but he was very nice. And, I have never heard anyone speak bad about him. So this was
so there
a
wasn't
shock.
it was a shock. Yeah, I was wondering if there were signs. Was he creepy? Or any kind of, you didn't see that. Okay.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I think someone on the news said that someone described him as a dorky, grumpy old man. I mean, that's kind of what it was. I think, just kind of typical old man, kept to himself, but, never, that I know of, didn't have any issues with.
And do you know if he was with Tina or they're saying, or is that just somebody else?
No, they were absolutely not together. In fact, a few weeks ago, he had spoken to my parents and they were, asking how everything was going at the ranch with Tina. And he was so emotional, did not even want to talk about it because of how upset he was of what Tina was doing to the ranch, that he didn't even want to talk about it.
Wow.
So he is, I know that's the one thing that was going around is that he was dating her and he's not. And my friend that emailed you, we kind of have an ongoing, I don't want to say a joke, but basically there's the old regime of Olivedale, which is myself and my parents, and then there's the new regime. So Mike is for sure the old regime. He is not the new regime.
Mm-hmm. So your parents ran the place before? Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Wow. So interesting. Did you kind of grew up there?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I was actually born in Indiana, but my mom took me out here when I was 6 months old, and from a baby, I've been there. In fact, when I was 18, I thought that I was going to run it. I was like, I'm gonna go to college for business. I'm gonna be the next owner. That's kind of what I wanted to do, and I ended up steering away from that. And I actually have a degree in forensics, which is also why all this is kind of interesting to me. So, but yeah, so it's. I've been, like I said, I've lived there. I met my husband there. Most of my friends are there. My grandma took my mom there when my mom was a teenager. So it's been a part of our family my whole life.
Okay. Let me ask you too, because people were saying he's a doomsday prepper. Do you know if that's true?
Yeah. So to my knowledge, he's kind of always been like that. I don't know if he has a bunker. I don't know if that's actually true, but I wouldn't put it past him to have some sort of something. There's quite a few people up there. It is an older community, and because we live in the hills kind of away from things, there are a lot of people, I think, that feel safer up there. And so, they kind of prep for things. We've found little forts and stuff in the hills that people have made over the years, or, abandoned RVs in the way far side of the property that people will hide out in. So I definitely don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I do believe he was digging tunnels, but again, I don't know what that means.
You do believe he was digging tunnels?
Is hard. Sorry?
You said you do believe he was digging tunnels, or don't?
I believe, yeah. I have heard multiple people that I know from Olivedale saying that he has done that for years. in prep of whatever. Like I said, I think he was just one of those people that's like, something's going to come one day. I want to be prepared.
Right.
Then, like I said, there's a few people I know that actually did that. A few people actually dug into the hill to build maybe new structures. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know how intricate those tunnels were, whether it was like, he dug a door, like that was the tunnel, or he dug an actual tunnel system. It's a big property. I believe it's just under like 100 acres. I'm not sure how much they have now, but it's a huge property. So, I mean, he's been there as long as I know, and I'm turning 28 next month, and as long as I've known, I think he's lived there. So who knows how wide this so-called tunnel system could be going.
Right. Is he older, I guess? Like, is it like upper?
I believe he's in his 70s.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's not, I mean, it's not like he can like run away and outrun the swamp. So I don't know. This is all a shock when I was told who it was. It was the last person you could have ever told me that would be involved. And I mean, again, I have no idea what's going on, but I know that he is completely against the new management. Dan and Stephanie were also against the new management. A lot of people were in this lawsuit against the new management. So I don't know why they would be singled out, but maybe there was something else that had went on. So just a lot going on at Allendale, unfortunately, that has not been good. It's just been kind of downhill since my parents left. The restaurant hasn't been opened. The amenities are not kept.
Oh, really?
The new owner is raising rent, trying to charge people just to have visitors. Like if your family wants to come over, she wants to charge you to have your family over. And so it's just these outrageous things that she's trying to implement.
Holy moly. I can imagine, like, especially you growing up there and being there so many times now, looking on TV and like a house getting torn apart and everything. It's got to be surreal. Do you know anything about the lawsuit? Like I see some news articles talking about there might have been some type of lawsuit against the ranch.
So there's a few different types of lawsuits that I've heard. Like one of them is basically Tina breaking like either the rental agreement or something, because basically she was trying to charge people the security deposit after they've like already paid it and lived there. She was like, oh, you owe me this, and then like making up their electric bills, like, here, you owe me this much, but not based on what their actual meter read was. I know that she basically assaulted one of the residents, yelling at her, like, just because she was questioning her authority. She's flat out evicted people for questioning her authority, or, hey, like, my electric bill is bigger than it usually is. Can you explain to me why? And they questioned her, so she kicked them out.
That's crazy. The other thing too, I was reading that supposedly they were, like, this couple, Stephanie and husband and wife, Stephanie and Daniel, being like harassed supposedly after this lawsuit thing.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it. And, Dan and Stephanie, they are very sweet people, but they also stand their ground. Like, they're not going to back down if someone is taking their home or, taking something they believe in. I mean, they're churchgoers. It's funny. Dan we have this little chapel up at the ranch, and he would give Easter sermons, and he was always the first to lead in prayer when we had a Thanksgiving dinner. But, they're not afraid to back down. Like, if something's wrong, they're going to tell you what's wrong, whether it's something that is serious or maybe it's something silly, but they're going to be the first to fight for it.
Ashley was asking, was Mike Sparks friends with the couple?
As far as I know, they were friendly. Again, I have not been there in over a year because we're not allowed back, so I don't know the inner workings anymore. But when I was there, I have never heard any sort of animosity between them. Obviously, they were neighbors. If that would have been an issue when my parents were there, then I would have heard about it, because everything that went on, I heard about. I live with my parents, so obviously, if a resident has any sort of issue, we would know about it.
Yeah, the cops said supposedly somebody called in with a tip, and that's why now they're looking at their neighbor of this couple. It's really strange. What do you know about the couple, Stephanie and Daniel?
Yeah, Dan and Stephanie, like I said, really sweet couple. Kind of sassy sometimes, but generally very sweet. They slowed down in the more recent years, but in like their prime, like 5-10 years ago when I was growing up, they were down for every event, every dance, every Saturday night special. I would serve them their dinner. I used to work in a restaurant with my family, and just really sweet. And they got Cuddles a few years ago, and they were really excited because my parents have Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, and Cuddles is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel mix. So they were so excited to share that with my parents. But just sweet. And, anytime I actually just went up last year before we got kicked out, and I'm divorced now, but I have a new boyfriend, and Stephanie got to meet him, and she was very sweet and very happy for us. And yeah, so just overall really good people. I mean, when I was down at the pool when I was a kid and my mom was working, then, Stephanie would watch me when I was at the pool. Her and Dan would sit in a little swing. And
wow, so you're like intimately, like you've had interactions. They used to look after you and everything.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of how it is at Allsville, is everyone looks after each other, especially the kids. And there's not really kids up there anymore, but when I was growing up, we had a group we called the Juniors, and literally just a bunch of us kids, and hanging by the pool. And if one of the parents was busy, then you ask one of the locals. I mean, even Sparky, you'd say, hey, like, the kids are down here. Can you keep an eye on them? And everyone would do it.
Robin was asking, do you know how many entrances or exits to the property, and what's with the Colton thing?
Yeah, so it's a gated property, but it's also like you can see it's in that canyon, like in those hills. So, obviously theoretically someone could just like go over the hill, but in terms of for vehicles, there's the front entrance, and then there's like another side entrance, but it's through someone else's property, so it's pretty hard to get through. And then there's another entrance, again, to like the left side, but again, that's someone else's property. But there's only actually one official way into Allsville, and that's through the gatehouse.
The gatehouse. So I saw it on Google Maps. It's like the entrance, right? It's like this main. I saw like it says private properties. It looks like a gate or something.
Yeah. So it's like a blue building. It says Allsville Ranch. There's like a gate, and you have to have a gate card. I mean, like I said, technically you can just walk up and go to the side of the gate and be in. But, in terms of on vehicle and stuff, you need to be able to have a gate card or a visitor pass to get in.
So does everybody walk around there naked? Let's figure it out.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's funny because everyone's been commenting and they're like, oh, when did they go missing with clothes on? It's like, well, it doesn't matter, but.
Right, I agree. But that's what it is, kind of like the environment, I guess.
Yeah. So it's a nudist resort. Down at the pool area, like Dan and Stephanie kind of lived. I know when they zoom out of the property, you can only see so much, but they kind of lived at the further part. It's that road that they live on. We call it Easy Street. I don't tell me why, because it's a terribly paved road, but it's called Easy Street. And basically the pool area is all completely nude. So when you're inside the pool, you have to be naked. If you're walking around the property, you don't necessarily have to be, but most people are, because obviously if they live there, then they probably like the nudist lifestyle.
Right. So you guys have never, to your knowledge, had crime over there? It's like crime a thing over there, vandalism, thieves, anybody murdered, stabbed, attacked? No.
Not, so here's the thing. So again, when I was there with my parents, nothing like that. I mean, I don't think we ever really had anything like that. And if it was like one of the teenagers being stupid or something like that.
Right.
But, this last year, people are saying that there's been vandalism and break-ins, and I don't know the extent of that. I don't know the details of that. That's just the comments that I've seen.
Oh, shoot.
But again, I would not put it past them. We used to have a camera at the front gate. I don't know if they still utilize that. And when my stepdad was there, he was kind of like unofficial security, but every night he would lock up the restaurant. He would, do his rounds, make sure everything was safe, everything was good. And, but I don't think they don't have anyone like that anymore.
Wow. And I was kind of curious. I know this is kind of irrelevant, but I was looking at the website and it says daily rate 120 with hookups. What does that mean? Does that mean hooking up with people or is hooking up an RV or something?
No, it's so that's for RV hookups. So yeah, you can visit and you can either camp. I know that's so funny. I never realized that wording probably would be bad. So you can hook up RVs. You can bring a tent. We have We have little cabins. We call them birdhouses because they look like birdhouses that you can stay in overnight. But yeah, that's for a lot of people will bring their RV for the weekend. There's a lot of people, we call them snowbirds. So, you know, they'll live in like Minnesota or something, and they'll come out for the summer, for the winter when it's cold in Minnesota, but warmer out in California. And then, you know, stay for the 3 months and then they'll go home. But a lot of the people that are there are permanent residents.
That's so crazy to hear. I mean, just to see it on video and everything, and see what was happening. I wonder why. I guess because the front. I guess the front door is barricaded, but I was a little surprised to see like they really tearing that house down.
I know. I mean, I was thinking that too. I mean, obviously we don't know the knowledge that they have. I mean, apparently they're very adamant that he's inside. Right. But it's also strange that they're being so aggressive because this could be an active crime scene and they're destroying any sort of evidence that would be in that house.
I did see a lot of people saying that, like, if there's evidence, well, now it's probably trashed, you know, or yeah.
And I guess, again, we don't know what for all I know, they're going to have more knowledge than we do, of course, but it seems crazy that, like, they are so afraid to go in this house. Like, is he so heavily armed with whatever that they can't go in? Again, they probably have information that maybe says otherwise, but it's like, okay, they have how many guys there? Go in and get him. You know, unless they have knowledge, like, hey, this guy's a bomb. Like, I have no clue. But that's what I'm thinking on the outside, of course, not having the police's information.
That's what I was wondering, too. Like, maybe they have some type of knowledge or for some reason, or maybe who knows what the tip that was called in. Maybe they said something. Or they're being so. I mean, I've covered stories where cops have been ambushed, like a couple people have been killed and stuff. I don't know if they're just trying to be extra cautious. But this guy is elderly too. I mean, I don't know. You know, I guess they have some.
Yeah, I mean, that house is like, or that mobile home is completely demolished. The last live I saw from you, it was, it's gone. Like half of it's gone. And I mean, those are not big. It's a little mobile home. They're not huge to begin with, so there's not really much to go through. It's just like you get rid of the front of the house, and I mean, they're one step away from tearing down the rest of it.
I was asking, do you know if the guy's a hoarder?
He might have been. A lot of people up there were. I've never been into his place, but I feel like he would definitely be the type to hoard.
Okay. Wow. So yeah, I was kind of curious about the feel of the community. So this is not something that really happens like that, or like violence, or being attacked, or whatever. Like
I was going to say, since the new management took over, anything's possible. With my parents, nothing ever happened like that. Like occasional resident dispute, but someone's drunk, someone's being stupid, but never anything like this. My mom had called me, I think, on Tuesday, and she was like, "Hey, you're never going to guess who just called me and told me who was missing." And I was like, "You're lying." And he was like, "There's no way." And like you've read in the articles, like Stephanie walks with a cane. She has lupus and MS, so she's just not going to walk around well. Dan has dementia. Now, to my knowledge, it's not super, super bad yet. And basically, the dementia he has right now is he's just forgetting things. So I was told that him wandering off before was not true. But again, I don't live there, but I was told that was 100% not true. So that being one of the theories, kind of was like, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, they both are slow going. So, I can't imagine. I mean, they literally would not just take off because she didn't have her cane with her. That was left in the house.
Right. And the phones and everything.
Yeah, he's diabetic. I mean, they can only go so far. So yeah, I definitely also think it's foul play at this point, unfortunately, but I would never think it would be Mike Sparks. Again, I'm probably going to be wrong. Who knows? I mean, in an hour, they can have an update, say, hey, he did it, and I'll eat my words, but I'm saying the person I know would not do it, but I also know enough about true crime that it's always someone you wouldn't expect, so.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they kind of went from, I thought one of the articles that I read said suspect, but then now at the last press conference, he kind of said person of interest. So, and who knows who the person is that called in,
I mean, that's what I was thinking too. It's like who actually, put this tip in. And yeah, he is just a person of interest. I thought that in one of the most recent news things, someone said suspect, and obviously if they change the word to suspect, that completely changes. So the person of interest doesn't mean they're guilty of shit. It just means they have information that the cops want. It could mean that they'll turn into a suspect, But if he's gone to a full-blown suspect, then yeah, they have some evidence or information that we don't know about. But if he's just a person of interest, he could have literally nothing to do with this in terms of foul play. He might just know something.
Right. Wow. Well, let me see if anybody has any other questions. Melissa was like, is it possible Tina could frame him? Or maybe the suspect, they have the suspect incorrect. I think anything's possible. I mean, they must be really adamant to be tearing the house down like that. I mean, again,
and so I agree. Again, I don't have the same information that they have. So again, outsider's perspective, this shit's crazy. I don't know what's going on, but you know, if they have a verified tip or they have something they can believe. In terms of a framing job, I don't know. I don't think Tina's smart enough for that. I'm not going to lie. I don't think her and her minions are smart enough to do that, but who knows? I don't know what connection she has. I also know that she's in a bunch of other legal disputes with other properties that she owns. I know that she even tried to, I think, sue her neighbor or something because the color of their driveway or something. I don't know. She's done some weird shit. And she was also in charge of a rehab facility, which was not great. So she has a sordid past for sure.
All right, let me see if any other. Carly says, was he known to have any mental illness? I guess not, right? You haven't mentioned anything like that?
I mean, again, I don't know the knowledge. I saw him a few weeks ago. Other than him being old, he didn't seem to. He was cordial. We went to a funeral. He was talking like he seemed completely fine.
And another thing, it's not a cult, is it? It's not, because I know a lot of people keep kind of mentioning it. It's not a cult in there, right?
No.
Okay. We just get that, kind of clear that up.
No, yeah, I know. You get all sorts of them.
All right, I guess that's it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Who knows? Maybe we'll see tomorrow some kind of update. Maybe we'll talk again, or
I know. Yeah, I mean, feel free. Yeah, if you have questions, feel free to call me. I mean, like I said, unfortunately, because I've been gone a year, I can't. Confirm 100% what's been going on, but I know from people that live there and that are still in contact with my family and I, letting us know the shit show that is Olivedale. And it's sad because it really did used to be one of the premier nudist resorts in Southern California. Like I said, family friendly.
Right.
We had, like I said, I've met most of my friends there, and it's crazy that this is what it's come to. And
yeah, I can imagine.
And I mean, my friend was making a joke, but she said, like, if Cheyenne's parents were still there, this wouldn't have happened. And it's true. Like, there's no way this would have happened under the last regime.
Right. Jeez. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
There is no live feeds, guys. I was looking. It's pretty much over. I don't know if there'll be one tomorrow. Oh, I did see, I thought they were doing a news hit piece. Let me see. It changed already. Let me see. KTLA was doing something, but I wish they would have went back because I think it's a really interesting story. But I guess they have other stuff to cover. What do you guys think? Thanks again, Cheyenne. That was really nice. Really nice for her to call. Can she call Sparky? Yo, imagine. I should have told a three-way. Yo, can you three-way this guy? See if he answers. I don't know if she has his number. Hello? I'm a little busy right now. The tunnels thing was really, really interesting because I saw people mentioning it and the whole prepper thing, and I didn't think that was a thing, but apparently it's a thing, possibly, People dig holes or whatever in the mountains. He can't be held up in the mountain. He might not even be inside the house. He might be inside the mountain somewhere. Or under that house or something. Or he probably has holes in his floor. I don't know. Sparky's in his bunker. You guys are crazy, man. She was really nice. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to do one final scan, man. I hate to leave like that, but as far as a cliffhanger, but I guess that's what's happening. I guess we're just gonna be left with a cliffhanger. We'll see if something breaks. Well, the thing is, I guess they'll do a press conference too if anything happens. Any kind of update. KTLA. Thank you, Nobody Jones. Let's see if they got anything live right now.
She was not hurt. Police managed to track the trio to a home in Compton.
The U.S. Army says a member of the Trump campaign, quote, abruptly pushed aside an Arlington National Cemetery employee during a wreath-laying ceremony this week.
All right, I guess that's it for now then. I guess if something pops off tonight, I will be back. There's a presser, some type of, I don't know, whatever. People need to swim nude. I've been looking. I don't see anything live. And the thing with this place is, like, there's nobody. I think the place is blocked off. The colony, the nudist, I don't know what to call it. I guess the nudist community, RV community. There's nobody that's going to be living in that community, I don't think, live streaming the shit from inside. I mean, honestly, who knows? Maybe Cheyenne has connects. Have somebody live stream the thing. Hit somebody up inside, see if they'll live stream. Or maybe even reach out to the community members. Get some other people to call in from the Riverside. Standoff in progress. Nothing. The blackout. No notifications until when? The rest of the night? Make sure you guys subscribe to the second channel too, just in case I run out of notifications. The second channel I do chases mostly, but you know, if I'm out of notifications, I'll do a standoff. Yo, the neighborhood chat must be wild right now, right? I wonder, let's see, they have Facebook groups too? Groups. I'll have to type in the name. Try typing in the name. I wanted to join the Facebook, one of the nudist Facebook groups, Infiltrate. This is weird. No more for 14 hours? Oh, man. Oh, here's a Facebook group. I am a little tired. Vanish. Let me see if I can join these two Facebook groups. See what they're saying. Facebook. See if I can join this one. Yeah, there's a public group, so I could join in. There's not much info on the public groups. Let's see, ABC 7. Concern for this dear couple and their dog. From what I understand, the neighbor next to them have done something involving foul play, allegedly. Not much going on in this Facebook group. The other ones have to wait to be let in. Fill up the tank and drop to the canyon. Sparky's naked and afraid. I guess that's it. Oh, 2 hours ago. This Tina has some history too. This is from a friend who used to live at Olive Dell. Could explain the extreme force of the SWAT vehicle in demolishing the home. Mike has dug into the hills behind his trailer. He's a doomsday prepped. He's been doing it for years, so he could be in there. This is crazy. He never used the front door of his place. There was a back door near the back of his place. Damn. Yeah, this is so wild. Maybe it is true then, I guess. Doomsday prepper. Guess I have to wait till tomorrow to get in this group. All right, guys. Have a good night. Maybe tomorrow we'll get an update. Hopefully we get an update. Maybe we'll get a live feed. All right. Thank you guys so much for riding with me tonight. It's been a long one. It's been interesting. It's storming and raining for hours over here. Thunder, lightning, everything. I hope they get a resolution and find out what happened to this couple and the dog. It's weird. The hills have eyes. Yeah, thank you, Beach Gal. Good night, guys. Take care. I'll try to update you guys tomorrow. I'll see what happens. I'm thinking at some point they'll get him tonight. You know, but I don't know. Good night. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop. I know. Pursuit to stand up. Wilson, thank you so much, too, for the links and stuff. Those hills have those hills have balls, tits, and bits. All right, bye.